तच्छंयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजम् शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। There are two kinds of organs we have. One category, first category is called sense organs. The second one is motor organs. These are two different categories of the instruments we have. These two categories of instruments are used to acquire knowledge or to work upon based upon the knowledge we got already. These are called, the first category is called in Sanskritam Jnanendriyani. Indriyam is an instrument. The second category is called Karmendriyani. Jnana is the knowledge. How do we acquire knowledge? 5 sense organs we have. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue as well, skin. These are 5 sense organs. Through these sense organs, we sense something. I see, I hear, I taste, I get sense, I feel. So I smell. All these are, I am acquiring knowledge. And based upon these, I work back. So these are the 2 categories. Including this, there are 8 to 9 ways of getting knowledge. And these ways of getting knowledge is called in Shastras, in the scriptures, Pramanam. Pramanam is a way of getting knowledge. Mainly, all the Shastras include first one as Pratyaksha. Second one is Anumana. The third one is Upamana in some of these scriptures. Fourth one is Shabda. And Itihasa, Purana and Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, there are various ways of getting knowledge. According to Indians, that is the final, the Shabda Pramana, which is nothing but Vedas. Vedas are the Pramana. Whatever Vedas say, we agree and we just follow. We may question it. Oh, how it is possible and why? What is the reason to follow this? We may question. But there is no second word in the following. And there is particular reason to do this. Why do we accept Vedas as authentic, as the final? Not Pratyaksha, even not Anumana also. Veda is Veda because a particular reason. What is that reason? The verse will explain, a single verse. Pratyakshena anumityava yastopayo na buddhyate enam vidanti vedena tasmad vedasya vedata. The essence of Veda lies in its speciality of giving knowledge in the way which is not acquired by Pratyaksha or Anumana. Let us analyze what is Pratyaksha. According to Nyaya, logics of Indian philosophy, Pratyaksha is Indriya Artha Sannikarsha. Indriya is the sense, Artha is the object, Sannikarsha is the connection. When there is connection between Indriya, sense organ, as well the Artha, then there is Pratyaksha. And they explain the mechanism also, how Atma Manasa Sahasamyujyate, Manaha Indriyena, Indriya Madhyena, Tataf Pratyaksham. The first connection happens between Atma and Manaha. And the second connection, Manaha Indriyena. So Manaha is an extraordinary instrument that cannot be compared with anyone else. Not the high-tech Instruments also not equivalent to manas. So manaha indriyena. Manas will get connected to indriya. Finally, indriya will get connected to artha. Artha is any object. Indriyam arthena. Tataha pratyaksham. So finally, pratyaksha happens. Where does pratyaksha happen? Not in indriya, not in manas, but finally the jnana goes to atma, not in between. And it is said, any dealing between in this mechanism, there is no pratyaksha at all. Finally, the object is known by atma. They say jnana adhikaranam atma. Adhikaranam is the base. Jnana adhikaranam. The base or the source of knowledge is again atma alone, not the manas even. Manas is used as an instrument, as a tool, not the final. And this is what pratyaksha happens. And through, there are 5 senses as we said. Pratyaksha has 5 ways. First one is to see. What do we see? Not the shape, not its largeness or wideness. Eyes can perceive only the color. Other than color, eyes cannot perceive anything else. So that is the limitation. Eyes got limitation. And ears, other than shabda or other than sound, it is not possible to perceive anything else. So all these 5 sense organs are limited in their own capacity, in their own ability. There is limitation everywhere. This is the story about pratyaksha. Why pratyaksha cannot be the authentic? Since it is very limited. And another limitation. How can we see? How far we can see? The objects which are in the prayer hall, I can perceive everything, I can see. It's very clear. If you ask me what is there in the wall clock after 1, I cannot perceive. So it is limited by the distance also. All these sense organs are very limited. So these are not final one. Which are limited, those are not final, those are not authentic. And what is the story about Anumana? Anumana is translated into English as inference. Inference is to infer. Through some pratyaksha, I infer something. For example, is there going to be rain now? If there are clouds, I can say there would be rain. So, clouds are the indicators of rain. I can say. And this is the conventional example given by the Shastras. Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra agnihi. Wherever you see the smoke, there should be the fire. So, finally I get to know that there is fire. How do I know? Though I am not seeing, through the smoke. So, smoke is the indicator of Agni. So, I will come to know that there is Agni. Now, knowledge of Agni is known by knowledge of smoke. So, this is called inference. Is it authentic? Is it final? No, it has its own limitation. Why? The inference needs pratyaksha first of all. So, if I can see the smoke, then only I can infer there is Agni. Its first limitation is it needs pratyaksha itself. This is also very limited. So, what is the final one? Vedas are the final. Vedas can give the exact knowledge which is in the universe. We can get the real knowledge about everything in the universe only by Shabda, which is nothing but Vedas. And Vedas, the word Veda means Vidajnane, the knowledge. Knowledge about what? Knowledge about everything. Not only the outside, about oneself also. In. And Vedas say all the time, see in, not outside. See, move towards in. And there is even particular reason to say that also. In Kathopanishad, there is a mantra. Paranchi khani vedranat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmana maikshata avratta chakshuhu amritatvam icchan. We believe we are created by the God Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma. Chaturmukha, four-faced Brahma is the creator of entire world. And he created the world keeping all the indriyas outward. Para anchi, para is out. Anchi, moving. The indriyas are moving all the time outside. Para anchi khani vyatranat swayambhu. He kept all the indriyas in a human, keeping outside, outward. Paranchi khani vedranat swayambhu. Tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. That is the reason to be outward all the time. So it is not wrong to be outward all the time. We are born with that. We are kept like that. We are so. We are outward all the time. But what is the speciality of specialized soul? Kaschid dhiraha. One rare person came, and what was his ability? Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmana maikshata. Atma pratyak. Atma which is inside. So pratyagatmana maikshata avratta chakshuhu. And the first practice he did, he closed his eyes. Nothing else. So what is the first step into the jnana? Is to close. What to be closed? What is to be closed? The indriyas. What happens if we close the indriyas? So they start to move in. It is their nature to move all the time. If you close, it moves in. If you open it, it moves outside. So movement is the nature of indriyas. It is not at all wrong to be outward or inward. They are born with that. The nature of indriyas is to move either out or in. And to say, why to see in, why not outward? If it is outward or inward, if it is the nature of manas to move in or out, why to see in? Even there is particular reason. To see in, one of the sentences in the Vedas, Yad Brahmande Tat Pindande. There is nothing other than outside is in. Yad Brahmande. What you see outside, same is in also. Why to search outside? So if there is everything inside in me, inside the body, inside the manas, everything is in. Why to search outside? So, Pratyagatma, Paragatma. Paragatma is out. Atma which is out. And Pratyagatma is inner Atma. So, this is the reason. Yad Brahmande, Tat Pindande. Brahmanda is the creation. Pindanda is individual. So, what is to be seen? And if we take the case, in case I want to know outer world, how much I can afford of it. Okay, I want to start to know about what is just this is the desk. This is in front of me. So I want to know everything about the desk. Where should I start? So I start to know about the shape. How long is this? How width is this? How deep it is? And to have this much of knowledge, I should have passed all my prior education, my graduation, my masters. Even if I finish all these things, what do I know finally? Oh, this entire world is nothing but the matter. So, our final knowledge about this entire world is nothing but matter. Is that what we are searching for? No. So, according to the Indian tradition, we are searching for bliss, not about the matter. Know about the matter, finally you acquire bliss. So, bliss is our aim. How do I search the bliss? So, the way is given in Kathopanishadic mantra. Avrita chakshuhu amritatvam. Avrita chakshuhu, chakshus, indriyas are closed. The first step in Jnana Yoga is to close. So only meditation has a greater role in our life. So closing our eyes leads us to know oneself. Not only the inner world, but even about the body. We are so conscious about our body when we close our eyes, when we close our indriyas. Otherwise, we never know what happens in our body also. Just for example, when you sit for meditation, PET practice, PET is pranic energizing technique. So, you close your eyes and try to bring the hands together, and what happens? So, you feel, not in somewhere else in your body, but in the physical level itself, you can see the changes, the happenings. So, first step in the Jnana Yoga is to close. So these are the sentences in the Vedas, and we started with why Vedas play an important role in giving authentic knowledge. We study scripture, especially Padyatas. It is said, Dhara Prana, there is state of Prana, there is a translate in English, the level of being oneself in a state, in a higher state. What happens there in that state? Rutambhara Prajna. Prajna is an intellect. Rutambhara. Ritam is the truth. Bhara is to hold. The Prajna which holds only the truth about universe is called Rutambhara Prajna. When can it happen? It can happen when the Pratyaksha is kept aside, when Mana is kept aside. Only Shabda has been done. And Rutambhara is a kind of being one with nature. So the truth can be taught by being one with something. So one with what? With the nature. You see the scriptures, especially Jyotish Shastra, that is in science, and you see the mathematics. It is so beautiful. Because they were one with nature, not only man or animal, but nature entirely. This one in the class. Chandra Abhunam, because if you answer it, you will know this is not Chandra Tara Vyuha. So these are the results. What will happen if we become one with the nature? You will understand what is that. You will understand what nature is. Not only the outside, but oneself, in. So this practice given by Vedas. Vedas can be our authentic references. All other Shastras are okay. Vedas. Others can be dealt with Vedas. And these are not just truth. And these rishis are people not of nature. Already in practice. So Vedas, for us, all Indian tradition, is a way of being correct. Let's close your eyes. Explain our. I just want to try. Yes. Our physical body. The moment we close our eyes, just observe. This aspect of eyes, it's messy videos. Let's observe this sense. How they involve acquiring knowledge. Are these indriyas giving knowledge? Are these indriyas acquiring useful knowledge? Are these indriyas being strong? Or are these indriyas being good? let's practice of keeping us to be smaller. Om Sarva Sadamaya Rasova Jyotirgamaya Rajoma Pranamaya Om Shanti 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 Sarve Bantu Hina Sarve Sandhya Sarve Rakshanthu Ma Shekhavri Om Shanti Shanti Shanti